Hi, it's I from Groovy Entertainment. Today is live stream number 33, and this is my third live stream for February so far, and the third one for the New Year's also. So let's see how many people pop up, and we'll see how long this live stream goes for. Okay, yesterday live stream made it for 2 hours, and I was surprised we got to the 2 hour mark, and we had four people last time. Let's see if we get the same four people or four different people. And today we just got some more iced tea in a ginger ale bottle. And I got a comfortable chair this time too. Because last night I had that green chair I was slipping out of for the whole live stream. This time I won't be slipping out of this chair. And and I did find some St. Patty Day stuff or books. I found three of them. And I found a Easter book on tape for the second channel. And the third channel is just gonna be what it is. Because the third channel it's got all the records that I had recorded a long time ago. Hi, Will. I'm doing good, and you? And I'm glad you made it to live chat again. Yeah, we're gonna find the live chat. It's easier to remember. Yeah, some people call this the live stream, but live chat is easier. I keep calling this thing Facebook all the time, even so I know it's YouTube. And so today's live stream is better because I probably get different questions. Gee, that would totally awesome. And what's your favorite movie? Um, See, my favorite movie is How the Westwood Won from 1962. And how about yours? And I even got that movie on DVD somewhere. I can't seem to find it right now, but I know it's on the shelf behind me. Yeah, I'm not gonna get up and dig for it. It's The Restraders. And what's your favorite TV show? My favorite TV show is MASH from the 70s and 80s. And it's The Restraders. I don't got that movie, but I seen it on TV decades ago. And on DVD about 4 years ago, or or five. I started at 18. I keep forgetting what year we're in. It's Chippendale Rescue Rangers, and and can you watch the Chipmunk Adventures? If I can find it for free, I can. I have to look on Tubi and Amazon and YouTube to see if I can watch it for free. Now I did see the Chipmunk Adventures back in 1987 at the theaters when they played at the theater for 3 days. Then it got the regular TV after that. I think NBC showed it at 8 o'clock at night on a Sunday. Can you do the Chipmunk Adventure reading? Yeah, I got that. I got a book called Chipmunk Adventure. I know it's probably not the same book, but if I could find the Chipmunk Adventure the movie, that'd be even nicer than what I got. But we will be seeing the Chipmunks on the channel next month. We're just finishing up Mini Mouse. The Mini Mouse will end, I think, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday because Monday we got the Cat in the Hat. Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, this week's been going by so fast. Can you watch Doctor Doolittle? Yeah, I can watch Doctor Doolittle, but that's a 3-hour movie, and wasn't that great? But I can watch that for free. I think Doctor Doolittle, boy, back when I was a little kid in the '80s, when they played it on regular TV, I think it was NBC that played that movie. It's Rex. Yep, that's the one. That was a 3-hour movie. I've been watching Scooby Doo in the re. Oh, that's awesome. I think. Oh, hi, Miss Kitty. And I seen that movie back in 1987 when they aired it on regular TV. I hadn't seen that movie since 1987. Yeah, they don't air old cartoons on regular TV anymore the way they used to. They might air the Looney Tune, the Pink Panthers. Can you do Doctor Dolittle reading? If they're the book, I can. But I don't know if they made a book of it or not. Because I think that was original. Oh, I think it was the original movie. So I don't know if the book. I don't know if they put ever a book from it. But I'll try to find the book. Now I hope the book's easy to read too, because I'm not that good at reading. So I don't try to read hard books I know I can't read. And it's great having two people on the same two people that were on last yesterday. I was going to say last week, but I keep forgetting the day's Friday. Scooby Doo. Oh, I was close. I know it came out in the late '80s. But I know it came on NBC because it was the only movie I was able to watch on Halloween that wasn't a real scary picture. Yeah, the only one I used to watch a lot of horror films when I was little, and they were just kind of repeat films. 'Cause I saw a lot of them at the theaters. So Scooby Doo was the first new horror film that I was able to see that was a cartoon. Yeah, NBC showed a lot of good pictures. Too bad NBC don't do it like they used to do it. Because back when I was little, there was only about 5 channels or less. I think yeah, there was ABC, NBC, CBS, and then Fox in '87. And then if you had a good antenna, you had to watch even more channels. Can you watch The Land of the Lost? Yes, I can watch that. I think I saw that on Tubi, and I saw that at the theater back in '88 or '87 to '88 when it first came out. Then I saw it 100 times on regular TV, and that might be to find a book for that one too. Cause I know they made a book of that one. It was too good to not be a book for him. I think that's the only movie I saw on Land of the Lost. I know they made a whole handful more, but I never saw the other ones. I think because I was too old, I didn't really care about the other ones. Uh, let's see. There's a lot of movies I can. You mean it called the Land? What? You mean it's called the Land? Okay. Yeah, Land Before Time. I don't know why I said. I get them two titles mixed up. Cause there's a TV show called Land of the Lost that was from the '70s, and then in a movie called Land Before Time that was in the '80s. They both had dinosaurs in them. And if it's on Peacock, I had to hope it's on the free side of Peacock because I can't. If it's on the paid side, I'll never be able to watch it. But I think Tubi got it for free, so I might be able to watch it on the Tubi side. I think the Land of the Lost was better than Land Before Time. Can you do the Land Before Time reading? If I can find a book of it, I will. I can probably do it right now for you. I'll use my phone as a computer because I can't use the computer as what I wanted to use. Let's see if there is a book of Land Before Time. Your eBay have everything, and if there is, you might get it. I might be able to read it this year. Let's see, toys, movies. It's Littlefoot, Ducky, wait, Duck. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you remember all the character names. Of course, I'm not good at remembering names, and I probably never remember all them names. Let's see. Okay, there's a book of Mary for time. Yeah, I just remember what they look like, never the names. I thought I was right. And I always say Ducky. I always say Ducky with everything. Yeah, I think I read it too fast when it said there's a whole bunch. Okay, there's a whole bunch of Land Before Time books. Oh, that a coloring book. Yeah, I will not read a coloring book. Not for that much money. Okay, that's a coloring book. That don't count. I did find one Land Before Time book. Then I got a whole. There's two. Okay, we might be able to get a handful of these things. I see you love that movie a lot. Okay, so we'll be to read. I think we might. There's a whole bunch of them, so that's a good sign. And later, I'll look on a bigger screen to see if they got even more. 'Cause the phone is not that big, so but that's a plus. Can you watch Looney Tunes? Yeah, I watch Looney Tunes every midnight for on Monday through Friday. So I always watch Looney Tunes. That's free. I come on regular TV. But your Bugs Bunny, your Daffy Duck, your Taz, and all them characters. I even got VCR tapes of that stuff that I can't show you guys because I tried that a couple of years ago, and Warner Bros. Kept blocking them each time I tried to show one. And there will be books of Looney Tunes too. Just I have to find them cheap. Can you do? Yeah, you'll be seeing some on the channel. I'm thinking either next month or April or May. Just waiting for the price to go down because people are crazy and they want a good 15 to 20 bucks for one little book. But if I can find a handful of book for that price, then you get more Looney Tunes. It was nice when I read that one Looney Tune or two. I read one back about 3 4 years ago, not that long ago. In 2020, it's on South February. But you might get you will get some. I don't know what month that would be in. Can't wait for March to come because we got a lot of good stuff for March. We got St. Patty Day books. We got more books for the second channel, Groovy Reads. We start more storybooks to read. I got enough storybooks to last me until who knows when. Can you watch Tom and Jerry? Yes, I can watch Tom and Jerry. That comes on every midnight, Monday through Friday. Mostly midnight. They show like Looney Tune, Tom and Jerry, Pink Panther, Droopy the dog, and all the cartoon characters from the 30s to the 70s. So I can watch them anytime on TV. And I got bootlegs of Tom and Jerry on DVD. So I can watch them even if they're not on TV. Can you read Tom and Jerry? Well, let's see if I can read Tom and Jerry. My trusty computer, see if they got any Tom and Jerry books. Now, if they did, it would have been before I was born. The Tom and Jerry been around for decades. It's on Me TV. Yep, that's right. Good old Me TV shows everything. And like I said, I don't got cable, so I watch a lot of Me TV. Then we got Superman. We got one Tom. There we go. We got one Tom and Jerry book. It's a birthday book. And we got two. Coloring book don't count. Yeah, did about three Tom and Jerry books, and they're not bad. Which holidays are religions? I think mostly Christmas is. I don't know about St. Patty Day, because I don't really know much about that holiday. I know Christmas is because I used to go to church. They used to pump that into me all the time. And I can watch Pink Panther. I got I got Pink Panther DVD right here. I got the complete series. Yeah, I can find some Pink Panther books. Let's see if I can. Now I know Thanksgiving not Christian. It is March 17th. Yep, we got a long ways to go. But I was able to find three St. Patty books. So I'll read them all on that day. And I'll post them after I read them. Oh, you're a SpongeBob fan. Oh, not. You can say I watched SpongeBob for the first time back in November, and it was okay. I probably wouldn't watch it again. You could say when SpongeBob came out, I was in high school, so I didn't really grow up. I didn't grow up with SpongeBob at all. Can you watch SpongeBob? If I can find it for free, I can. So I'm gonna say maybe. I think Tubi got SpongeBob, so I might be able to watch it on Tubi. Yeah, reading and typing. Here we go. Let's see if there are any real books I can read. See, they got Pink Panther comic books. We can't do that. Can you do SpongeBob? If they got books, I can. But you have to be careful now because if I do too many books that you two might think they're kids, they'll get thrown on the kids side. I tried Oreo cookies and they are so good. Oh, that's awesome. And I used to eat Oreo cookies when I was little. I hadn't had an Oreo cookie in 30 years, but they cost so much money nowadays. It's on Paramount Plus. Oh, that's good. No, I got that now. My mom pays for it, so I get it for free. So there is I think there are about two or three Pink Panther books, and they're real cheap. So there will be there will be Pink Panther on this channel. They're not going to be many, but two books are better than no books. Okay, that's a good sign. And I'll search for more when I get on the bigger screen. So there'll be let's look for SpongeBob for you. But I have to be careful now because Facebook, not Facebook, if YouTube thinks SpongeBob is for it's too little, they'll throw it to the YouTube Kids side, and nobody will be able to see that book at all. So most of the stuff I play, YouTube don't care about it because they don't think the kids would like that stuff, like the little critters, the Bearstein Bears, all the Disney stuff I've been playing. I have wait. Do you have an opinion on Netflix? Oh, I know Netflix is kind of high with their prices, but Netflix is like anyone else. You can watch good movies on there, and you can watch bad movies on there. And I used to have Netflix a long time ago. I used to get DVDs sent to the house, and I used to watch a lot of movies that way. But I hadn't had Netflix in years. Can you watch? Can you watch The Loud House? If it's free, I never heard of it. But if I can watch it free or on any apps I got, I'll I'll take a watch. And if I watch it, I might be able to make a video of what I think about the movie. And depending how much I watch of the movie, is how long the video is going to be. Can you read The Loud House? Oh, let's see. Now, if you remember, that loud stuff was made into book form. Let's see what The Loud House is. Let's see. The Loud House books. Okay, that's a kid. Okay, that's a kid book. I watched Finding Nemo, but the one thing that scared me was the Barracuda scene. Uh, I never saw Finding Nemo before. The Loud House, I might not be able to read because if I read that book, it will go to YouTube Kids side with no problems, and we don't want that to go to the kids side because because the book is more of a kid book. So that book I won't put on the channel. Like the Doolittle, the '67 musical. Yeah, you can say that again. Because they had all that singing in it. And I saw the movie uncut because I think it was NBC or ABC showed it on TV back in 1985. And they didn't show no commercials. They showed like three commercials for that whole movie. And it was a long, boring picture. Now, a lot of people did love it. I just didn't love it. And I hadn't seen it since 1985. I did see that school in 1997. I love Bernard from The Messenger and The Rescue Down Under. Okay, that's the little mouse. Yeah, I can do them books, and they won't get me in trouble. 'Cause Bernard, I think that was the guy, I think that was voiced by Bob Newhart. I read the bad case. I have read the bad case of Stripes. Oh, that's good. You did. I never heard that book before. But let's see if we can find it, and maybe if it's not a kid book, we can put it on the channel. And I have to be careful what kind of books I read. Like I said, I don't want to waste my time reading books that YouTube's gonna take them off my page. But I have to spell that out. Here we go. Bad case of stripes. I try this one. Yeah, what is this? Can you watch? Can you watch Potter for 1995? If I can find it, I can watch it. I never heard of it, but how bad can it be? That book we might not be able to read. A Bad Case of Stripes. Because looking at the cover, YouTube might think of a kid book and take it out. And I don't want that book to be taken out. I mostly have to censor myself because I'll read anything, but I already lost 2 books off of YouTube already, and I don't want to lose any more books. Can you watch Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers? And I think that's on Disney Plus, so maybe not because I don't got Disney, so I won't be able to watch it. But I can maybe I might be able to find some books of it. And I remember playing one book on the second channel. It's a Key Book Comics. I like eating cheese pizza. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I love eating sausages pizza. Okay, but a comic book, I might be able to get it, but some of them old comic books, people are crazy. They want a lot of money for a comic book that was made decades ago. If I can find a Chip and Dale, a regular Chip and Dale Disney book, I might have a chance. If I can find Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger books, I'll read them. If I can't, now I know I bought one Rescue Ranger book for the second channel about 2 years ago or three. So you always can listen to that on the second channel. But like I said, there's a lot of books that are lost history too. Yeah, some of these books came out when I was little in the '80s, and then they disappeared. But I was too late to buy them. Yeah, if I had a time machine, then I could go back in time and get all these classic books and bring them back to the future. There's a lot of books on record and stuff that I remember seeing at a Toys R Us store that I can't find anywhere. Let's see if we can find any Rescue Ranger books. Because I have to type it out. Can you watch Thumbelina for 1994? Maybe. I would have to look for it to see if I can watch it. Now, I know there's a Thumbelina on Tubi, but I don't know what year that one is from. Rescue Rangers. Let's do this one. Then I can just take out the books. Okay, there's some books I can read. They got one book. No, not really no coloring book. The comic books are disappearing. I think they got 2 books. So I might be the one. They got 1 or 2 books, so I might be to get the 2 books. Yeah, I'll be to get some of the Chippendale stuff. Can you do Semolina from 1994 reading? Let's see. Why I still got it eBay one. See, 1994 book. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, they got one copy. Yeah, so I might be to get it, but I have to wait until next month before I can get it. Can you walk the land before time? Secret on TV show? Probably not, because the TV show might be hard to watch. I think that's lost history, and I think the sequel of the movie might be lost history too, unless YouTube or Tubi or somebody got them for free. I never knew they made a TV show of that movie. And a lot of stuff you're asking for was around in the '90s, I'm thinking, and then it disappears because nobody. You can think nobody thought anybody would care about that stuff years later, so they didn't release none of that stuff. And then a lot of companies didn't really bring it back out of the vote, so now a lot of people can rewatch the stuff. Can you watch Doctor Doolittle? I probably can't watch that movie from 1967. I think that's all. I think that's lost history too. Unless somebody on YouTube or somebody or wherever, I might be able to watch it, but but the only thing about that movie is I will not watch it. I didn't like it when I was little, and I'm not going to sit through it when I'm old. That's one. Can you do? I might be able to do a book for him. Let's see if there are any books of Doctor Doolittle. 'Cause maybe the book is better than the movie. Just have to spell it out. Here we go. Okay, you won't get you won't get the movie format of this because it seemed like the book came first for 1952, and then they made the movie for 15 years later. Can you watch Doctor Doolittle from 1998? That's the Eddie Murphy one. No, I probably can watch it, but I didn't like that movie either. You could say I didn't like none of the Doctor Doolittle movies. Can Now that one you probably can't get. Okay, so Doctor Doolittle had a whole bunch of books starting from 1928 up until boy, they got too many books of Doctor Doolittle. And I think the '98 version might be. I don't think that was a book format. I think that was just a remake of a movie. Yeah, if I was right, just a that. Yeah, you can't. I can't read the 1998 one because that's not a book. All that is just a remake of a 1967 film. I can't read remix. And we got another trophy. We got another award coming out. It's 1920. Okay, that's even older than what they said. Why do caterpillars turn into butterflies? That's a good question. Well, they are prettier when they do turn to butterflies, but they don't live that long. I think a butterfly only lives for 3 days, and then they did die off. So you can say the caterpillar life is not a long life. Because they live for as long as they live before they turn into a butterfly, then they die off after that. And then people collect them and hang them on the wall. I would never do that because I'm not crazy about seeing bugs on my wall. Okay, we got a award for this channel. Can you watch Air from 1997? If I can find it free, I can. Or one of the sites that I already have, the apps. Now I can read the book, but I don't think it'll be from 1997. I think it'd just be the original book that was made. I have better. I know I could find the book on tape for that. I think because it's a remix, it might just be the original book from the 1800s. I wish I was the easier way of typing out these words. See, coloring books. So I could say they got a lot of coloring books of that movie, but they would try to promote that movie real good with coloring books. Let's see. Okay, here. Okay, they didn't make a book for him. They did one book of that movie. Yeah, so I might be to read it. But don't you remember, if the book is too hard, if the names are too hard for me to read, you gonna get a lot of. Can you watch Casper: A Spirit Beginning? If I can find it for free, and I hadn't read. I think the last time I seen Casper was I think in the '80s, and when they did that one in the '90s. Now I don't think that made a book for 'em. I think that's just a TV movie. Cause not everything made the book. There we go. I found the movie. Let's see if we can find the book. Nope, that's just a movie. There are no books for that one. So Casper: A Spirit Beginning, just movies. And the TV movie, VCR movie. So I didn't even get the TV. So they didn't. So I'm thinking they didn't do too good because there's nothing on it except a VCR tape. So that one, if I can find it on TV, I'll be able to watch it. But I think that's as far as I'll go with that one. Can you watch Catherine Meet Wendy if it's free? And I did watch a Casper cartoon from the '80s that had Wendy in it. I think it was from the '60s or '70s, but they repeated it in the '80s, and it came on Saturday. Can you read? I I could probably find comic books of that stuff, but that would be some high comic books. Like I think the one you're talking about might be a movie. If it is, they probably make no books about that thing. Because by that point, Casper, yeah, see, yeah, I don't think there are no books about that one. Just went to the VCR tape, and that was it. And you can say I didn't really watch too many kids' films from in the '90s. I think the last kid film I saw in the '90s was uh, some kind of Batman. It was a Batman animation movie. Can you watch Casper? If I can find it, but it would have to be somewhere free where I can watch it from. And I don't know who owns Casper nowadays. I don't know. I don't think Disney owned Casper yet. Can you read Casper? Yes and no. Casper is only in comic book form, and I think people are crazy with their comic books. So I might not be able to read a Casper comic book at all. So that might be a hard thing to look for. But I can't see myself paying $40 for a comic book that I'm only gonna read one time. Oh, there we go. That's why when I read books, they're cheap books. Can you watch Batman? Yes, I can watch that. I got that on DVD. It's on the shelf in front of me. Yeah, I can watch that anytime I feel like it. I think that's the only one I got that you had asked for. Yeah, I used to have that on VCR tape, and then I went up and got a DVD copy of it. And that movie didn't do too that didn't do too good, so they didn't really make too many things out of it. So I don't think there was any book of that TV show, or that movie. And I went to the theaters, flopped, made no money. Then I went straight to TV. So I don't think there's any books of that thing. Th- That's kind of lost history. I do like Golden Corral restaurants. Oh, that's good. And I did go. I used to go to a Golden Corral when I was in my 20s. But they had one in Springfield, Massachusetts. I haven't been to one since, but I think now they'll probably cost a lot of money. The price of cost of living went up since I was in my 20s. Oh, and where are you from, Miss Kitty? I'm from Connecticut, and I'm glad that people buy. See you next time. Okay, Will. It was nice talking to you, and I hope you make it to my next live stream. Now just you and me, Miss Kitty, and let's see what we can talk about. I have watched Archie Weird Mysteries. Oh, that's awesome. I s- I seen that TV show when it first came out. I forget what year that was. It was on TV, but I don't think they did too many episodes. It was one of them cartoon that came on and disappeared the fact that it came on TV. Let's see when it came out. There we go. I think a lot of cartoons in the early to mid '90s, and then I didn't watch any more cartoons after that. I started watching old cartoons from the '80s and backwards. Just trying to write these out ain't fun. I know the modern day kid can write out real fast. It's 1999. Okay, so 1999 could be why I only saw it one time for her. So I was in 10th grade when that show came out. I like Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh, I do too. Them are good candies. They're just kind of not cheap anymore. So eat I don't buy them that often, and I don't really eat candy that much either. I think the last time I had candy was, boy, what, a long time ago. I can't even remember when the last time I had candy. I had a cough shop, but that don't count as candy. Then the last time I had candy was maybe 2015. I'm not a candy person. I'm more of a cupcake person or cookies. It's from 1990. Wait, okay, Archie from 1999. Yeah, that was the year I didn't really watch too many modern day cartoons for that time period. I thought the Archie the one time because it came on TV and I wanted to see what it would look like. But I was still watching. Let's see, Fireman was off by that time. I think I was still watching Batman because that was still running. Then I saw the new Superman cartoon that came out in 1997. That was still running in 1999. So I was watching WB cartoons out of two. Superman the animation series and Batman the animation series. And I think there were only two I would watch every time I came home from school. But they came on, I think it came on at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They were perfect. Unless I stayed after school for detention or something. Then I had to miss episodes. But I was able to catch that other Superman show on DVD when I was old. I have what? I have watched the Lipton tea commercial with Current the Frog in it. And I would have had, oh, that's awesome. And that was a nice commercial. They don't do too many tea commercials anymore. They used to have nice commercials back then with the Muppets and other characters. They don't show too many good commercials anymore on TV. They're kind of cheap looking nowadays. And Lipton tea is real good also. I could drink Lipton tea all the time. Because Lipton tea costs too much, so I have to buy the off brand tea. I think you must be a Eastern time zone because I think me and you are in the same time zone. Unless you're Pacific or Central time. Now, I'm trying to learn Pacific time because I got a lot of people that we used to be on Pacific time. I had to remember when I used to do my live streams and everything, how to get the Pacific people to watch my live streams. And then I just gave up with the learn time zones. And I think you must be younger than me, Miss Kitty, because I think you saw a lot of cartoon that came out after me. Because I'm 40 years old. I've been playing Wii Sports. Oh, that's good. I never played Wii before. I've seen TV commercials, and yeah, most of it's all TV commercials. I played a lot of video games, but not a Wii one. Yeah, I still got my Nintendo. I still got my Atari, my Sega, Super Nintendo, my PlayStation 2. I think my PlayStation 2 is the newest video game system that I have, even though it's 20 years old by now. But it's still the newest one that I have in my collection. Unless you count the DS and the Game Boy. The DS would be newer than the PlayStation. I think when the Wii came out, I was in my 20s, and I didn't really play too many video games at that point. Let's see how long we can make this live stream for. Right now we have 52 minutes. Let's see if we can get to an hour, and then we'll work ourselves up from an hour to 2 hours. What year did Angry Bird come out? Let's see. I'll have to type it in and let the computer tell me. I never heard of Angry Bird, so it's be brand new for both of us. Angry Bird, Angry Bird. It seems like it came out in 2014. So it kind of came out almost 10 years ago. It's my first time hearing about an Angry Bird, except for the birds outside that we try to get me. And how old are you, Miss Kitty? She said, I got a comfortable chair, but it's not that comfortable. But this is better than my green chair I was sitting on yesterday. And I don't maybe tonight I might be to show some more movies off the list too, off my shelf. If people ask for a movie that I do have. And I had the Batman movie. It just that's over on that side, and I would have to get up to get it. So that the movie I can't show anybody. But I did make a video about my Batman movies, so people can still see the movie they do have with Batman. Now let's see how many more people will come into the live chat. Winnie the Pooh is a city old bear. Yep, yep, he is. And he's one of the nicer character too. I think he's nicer than Mickey Mouse is. Because gets Mickey Mouse seemed to be nice, but then he gets angry real fast. I never saw Winnie the Pooh get angry ever. I think he's nicer than all. I think yeah, even Goofy gets mad a lot. I think uh, I thought Piglet was nice, but then Piglet could have a little anger problem sometimes. I used to watch when I was little. I used to watch Welcome to Pooh Corner in 1984 or 85, where they had like live action puppet shows of Winnie the Pooh. And you had an old man reading Winnie the Pooh books in the beginning of each episode. He used to come on the Disney Channel back in the early '80s. And now you can't really find that stuff anymore. Yeah, with that, it was Winnie the Pooh and Dumbo Flying Circus. And them two came on kind of back to back. I don't think anyone in the chat remembered them two shows. That's going way back. You could say, are elves scared of mouse? Or some elephants are. Like the same thing with cat and dogs. Cats and dogs are supposed to be scared of each other, but in real life they can live together and not have no problems. I think mice and elephant are the same way too. There might be some scary elephant that are afraid of these things, but for the most part, I think they just care less about the mice. But I never seen an elephant in real life scared of any mice. I know in the cartoon you be seeing them go crazy, but and you can ask me any question you want, and I'll answer it best that I could, and I'll keep the live stream going if I have stuff to talk about. Instead of me rambling. Yeah, we're gonna see if we could make this longer than last night live stream. And this might be. Yeah, I did two. I did three this month. Long as the nights outside, I can do a lot of live streams. Yeah, I want to try to make my 400 watch hour get there faster. And they say that live streams make you get a lot of watch hours. I'm hoping that's true. And we got two people either looking or watching. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But in this one, nobody likes the live stream so far. But that's okay. I had watched Darkwing Duck. Oh, that's awesome. I seen that cartoon when I was a teenager in the '90s. It was like It was like a comedy Batman kind of picture. And you had the guy from DuckTales in it. And you could, so I don't know if you can watch that cartoon still, but I seen all the episodes back when it first came out on regular TV. And I almost got a Darkwing Duck book on tape about 2 years ago, but somebody outbid me, and I couldn't afford to pay the price that they wanted for because some nut paid for that for $55 for a book on tape. So when he got the $55, he could keep it. So that one never made it to the channel. Because there are even a Tailspin book on tape. I don't know if it's still there, but somebody wanted crazy money for that book too. It seems like anything that's lost history, people want crazy money for it. And some nut will buy it. Well, there's a lot of stuff I look for the channel. It's just hard to find them or afford them, I should say. We just made it to the 1 hour mark. Let's see if we can make it to 2 hours now. At least I have one person talking to me. And I know it's Friday too, so I know everybody's probably partying or clubbing or just relaxing with the family. I ain't doing neither of that. I'm kind of cheap, so I know I'm not doing any of that. And the only thing I'm drinking is iced tea. That's free at the refrigerator. And if the IT people want to sponsor this channel, I think this is either Lipton iced tea or the iced tea with the number 9 stuck to it. I forget the name of that iced tea. I know not 9 lives, but and if the Crystal Light people want to sponsor the channel too, I do drink a lot of Crystal Light on this channel. Yeah, you could say if I had sponsors, I would be to get a lot more stuff for my 3 channels. But then I would have to figure out how to make commercials. And that would be the hard part because my stuff is my channel is uncut and raw. I don't write nothing down. Tom and Jerry had an episode called Yankee Doodle Duck on the Yankee Doodle Mouse. Yeah, that would kind of their Independent Day TV episode. And I think it made them they got them nominated. They didn't win an award for it, but a lot of people loved that episode when it was first made for the theater back in the 50s or 40s. And it was one of their best episodes. You don't really see that episode on TV that much anymore. I don't know why they don't show that Tom and Jerry episode. It could be because it's probably too violent for TV nowadays. You can say there's a lot of good TV shows that they had made back in the day that they don't want to show anymore. Any way you can watch this stuff nowadays, if you were lucky enough to record it on a VCR tape, or you just hope that somebody release it on a DVD or Blu-ray or some kind of format. And I have a lot of VCR tapes that I used to record when I was a kid. Beast Boy turned into an animal. Wow. I never heard of Beast Boy before. But that's good he turned into animals. He sound like a transformer or something. Let's see who is Beast Boy. It'd be nice to get a picture of what I'm reading. I got a slow telephone. Let's see. Beast Boy. Okay, the Beast Boy is some green character from Teen Titans. Okay. I think I've seen that little green character on some kind of cartoon TV show. Yeah, my little cousin used to watch all the cartoons from Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network back back in the late '90s, early 2000s. So I probably saw. So I think I saw him once or twice. Just never knew the name of the character. You can say, good thing we got cell phones. Or I would never know who the character was ever. 'Cause like I said, I didn't really watch a lot of modern day cartoons. So a lot of the stuff that you guys talk about, I have no clue about half of them. Or most of them, I should say. Unless they was original old cartoon that got remade into new stuff. Then I can talk a little bit about it because I know the original ideas of how they was. And let's see what else we got to talk about. See, February is almost done. We got like 4 more days, so I get to reform. So I'm gonna finish off Mighty, not Mighty, Minnie Mouse, and just be more for Junior, Disney Junior stuff. I went too crazy about the book I read today, Minnie Mouse. I think like them book had kind of watered down the characters. Cause they had Pete in that book, and Pete was the bad guy when I was a little kid, and they made Pete be a good guy. And Donald Duck wasn't Donald Duck in that book. He didn't get mad or nothing. He was kind of peaceful. Like how Goofy the thing. Goofy would always a stupid character. Yeah, yeah. So we got 2 more books of Minnie Mouse, and we'll see how the other 2 books will fare out. Now I know they're probably gonna be the same. They're made for kids. They're not like the first Minnie Mouse book I read, where she was when she found that magic thing that gave her food and stuff. But that was 70 kids. And so you get 70 kids, they were a lot better than 2012 kids. They didn't dumb down characters back in the 70s. And the only reason I read children's books because they're easier to read and see. I am a terrible reader, and I got kind of bad eyes, so I don't think you want me to sit through a real book and try to have me read it. That would be a terrible video if I had to read a real adult book. And the little kid books you can read, and it's like a short movie. So Golden Books and Disney books and all them books are nice and easy to read. They're simple books. So I can read one book and you get like 10 to you get like 4 to 10 minutes worth of video. And I don't edit my videos, as you can see. So you see me having trouble reading. That's in the video. It's not a and that's a good front because I do edit myself in the sense that if I mess up on a book, I would start over from the beginning. And what you see after me taking like 5 tries to read that one book, that's the copy you get. And if I could do it on one take, I'm even happier. But a lot of YouTubers, they edit themselves to that was the perfect. And I don't know how to do that, and I would never make myself look perfect. Like everything to be raw, so you get to see everything the way it's supposed to be seen. That's why when you hear me toot in a lot of my videos, I don't edit that out. But real YouTube will edit out any sound effects that put to be in the video. But in my sense, I don't really care what sound makes in the video. It makes people laugh when they hear something and not put to be there. And you can say because last night I was watching Mission Impossible. Tonight is Hawaiian Eye, a 1950s, 60 detective show that was a precursor to Hawaii Five-O. Now I know I don't get nobody old enough to remember that TV show. 'Cause I'm thinking I got all people in their early 20s or early 30s, or maybe teenagers. So I know a lot of you people don't know all the old stuff. But you're teaching me stuff that I would never hear of or heard of ever in my lifetime. So nice to learn new things. And I'll keep going and going. But if you don't get too many people, then I probably won't keep going and going. So I'll keep going for another 6 minutes. If you get more people, I'll keep going even longer than 6 minutes. But I don't think I can talk for 46 minutes to myself. That'd be ridiculous. And I don't think my throat can go on for that long year talking to myself. And as you know, I'm my only child, so I used to do this regularly when I was little. And like I said, I had a computer that used to talk to me, and a teddy bear if you stuck a cassette tape in it. But the computer, if you took the right codes, the IBM or Candy used to talk back to you, and that computer would talk for hours until you put the code in to make it stop talking. It was like a Alexa for the 80s, but it was just called, I think it was called Tandy or something. It had a simple name. Now, what is like the computer you see on the cartoons? It was just a black screen with this robot voice coming out of it, and you would be able to play games and stuff with the computer. Not real game, like you were able to play maybe checker, chess, or math problems. And I had that computer until it just gave until it stopped working. And I still got my speaking spell game that do talk back to you when you turn it on, and you can hang me and all that. Yeah, I would get up and get it, but then I have to get out of this corner. But let's see who's gonna pop on. So far we had so far we had two people. If we get more people, I'll stay on longer. If we get no people, I end in 4 minutes. So, now I came on earlier tonight, so I'll be able to get who I got. And tomorrow's Saturday. Nah, there won't be any live stream tomorrow unless I come on when I'm all done with for what I have to do tomorrow. But there will be a live. I might be to stick a live stream on Sunday. It would probably be the same time, 10 o'clock, after my TV show goes off, and we can do 10 to a long, and we can get. But I don't know who's gonna be here on Sunday, but we could try Sunday. I told you if I'm not busy. Yeah, if I'm busy, I can't do any live stream. Or if any bad weather outside, that makes it hard too. We got 2 minutes left. Let's see if anyone's gonna pop and say hi to me in 2 minutes. Or if Miss Kitty keep talking, then I'll stay on for her. But I will not talk to myself for a long, long time. And I'll keep babbling. Now I don't know if there are any more holidays coming up, but I did get St. Patty's Day stuff. I got Easter stuff. We got we got Christmas stuff. All I would have to get is Halloween stuff. And I can get that anytime. I know Mother Day coming up, and we got a lot of Mother Day stuff for the channel. And Father Day and all that good stuff. Like I said, nobody on YouTube is gonna talk about St. Patty Day. So I'll be the first, I'll probably be the only one. And nobody gonna talk about Easter on YouTube. So I'll be the only one talking about Easter and Mother Day and Father Day. 'Cause I got books of that stuff. So I'll be the only channel doing that stuff. And we will have an Easter book on tape on the second channel for Easter also. It'd be the only Easter thing I could find that had a book that had an audio to it. I'm trying my hardest to find something, so I found one thing. And I'm thinking nobody's gonna pop back on. But I'm glad that we had two people talking. We had Wilm and we had Miss Kitty who made it to the live stream. So I'm happy for the two people that made it. So this will be the end of the live stream. And like I said, what happened? Well, try to come on Sunday. If I could come on tomorrow, if I'm all cleared up of what I have to do, you might get a Saturday live stream. But Sunday for sure. Then we might be able to get some more next week. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. We have another video coming out real soon.